She's just a abused woman. She is twisted up. Succubus. Okay, question number 8. Does Christy really hate Kyle simply because Kyle has high morals? Sherry says she doesn't know what morals are. Question number 9. Does Christy really hate Kyle simply because Kyle shares the truth with people that people do not want to hear? Sherry responds, Kyle, no disrespect, shares the truth about this to people that didn't matter. Okay, question number 10. Why would Christy not love Kyle even more after Kyle refused to have sex with Christy? When Christy was at Christy's most vulnerable time, Sherry said she wanted rape, sex, pure adrenaline, throw her down and fuck the shit out of her, blah, 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 shit out of her. Yeah, okay. Question number 11. Why would Christy not embrace Kyle as a pursuer of justice and give up Christy's life to help Kyle rescue Kyle's girlfriend? When Christy knows that Kyle has been rescuing Kyle's girlfriend from the brainwashing of a sexual predator who bragged about brainwashing girls into a Burning Man cult on Facebook. Jesus, really? Please, Sherry said. Question 12. Why would Christy actively attempt to create drama in Kyle's life when Christy knows that Kyle has been providing evidence and information to the Federal Bureau of Investigation and the Department of Justice when it is a federal crime to terrorize a person who is actively participating in a federal investigation? Sherry asked, what investigation? About what? Question 13. Question 13, here we go. What will it take for Christy to change Christy's role in life before Christy is handcuffed in a way that Christy will not like? Sherry says she needs to be handcuffed and thrown under the jail for what she has done. Question 14. What will it take for Christy to kill the alpha personality in Christy's psyche so that Christy does not have to suffer the consequences of Kyle's obtaining of justice? Sherry said, what does that mean, obtaining justice? Question 14. How much greater can Christy play Christy's role in Kyle's life such that Kyle is seen with Kyle's girlfriend and Kyle's children living happily ever after? Sherry says, she doesn't live the happy ever after, no drama. Question 16. When does Christy self-police Christy so that Christy never tells another lie? After Christy publicly admits that lying is a crime. All right. Try to read this best I can. Okay, this is Sherry. I met Christy at Oak Knoll Bridge as we all were building a camp home due to various reasons we each had. She was the alpha that was something what she thought was her own. Little bitch boys. Oh, yeah. She was recruiting what she thought was her own. Little bitch boys. She had literally found Tanya, found her Maximum Hope, and manipulated Tanya, who got donations to help the homeless. Got Tanya to buy all kinds of useful things for our camp, which ultimately she hoarded back for herself, her own use. When her wife got released from jail, okay, that cut off. There we go. She had managed to have a very nice little makeshift home for Christy and Heather. Timeline of home being destroyed by Christy. Dates may be off a little. Think to remember. Okay. Which she's pretty accurate in this. This all seems pretty accurate. August to late July. You heard a heated discussion about how Rock, a neighbor, was disrespecting Heather's wife, Christy, and an altercation erupted between Heather, Rock, and Lolo, Rock's girlfriend. Of course, Christy was portraying the victim. But what kind of victim has a man up inside of her bedroom tent for a massage while I was sleeping outside? That's what I woke up and they were massaging each other. What a victim. All right. A few weeks later, again an altercation breaks out. You hear a wallop of someone being hit with a stick or pipe or something. There you can hear Heather yelling out, "You're going to hit me with a PVC pipe for masturbating?" And the argument erupted and you could hear the whole thing going down. Yeah, that was pretty bad. Days later, Heather comes over to my campground and is very upset because Heather found out that Christy had been sleeping around on Heather while she was in jail. Asked me, Sherry, if I knew anything. I don't spread my assumptions to be facts, so I told Heather I didn't really know anything. She thinks that Christy had sex with someone, or plural, while she was in jail. I couldn't say anything. I didn't have firsthand in it. Told her. And should leave and take with Chad, my little bitch boy. The discussion went on, and Heather told me how Christy had said to Heather that she had all the men in Oak Knoll Bridge camp wrapped around her finger and could get them to do all that she wanted. Sherry adds in, please believe me, that was a very true statement. Next day, a full-blown fight between Heather and Christy erupted. Quite a few people, including Chad, Chase, and Randy, were trying to break it up. I, Sherry, did not get involved. It was none of my business and really didn't give a shit. I'm the aftermath cleanup kind of gal. And of course, Heather comes over and informs me, Sherry, and Kyle, that Christy is leaving her and taking the camp. Basically, Christy packs up what she and Heather wanted and had Lee, who Lee wanted to sleep with Christy, but anyways, had Lee driving her and a bunch of things in the bed of Lee's truck. Come to find out that Christy had taken all of Heather's clothes and personal belongings. I, Sherry, went over to help Heather straighten up her spot, and lo and behold, a lot of the donations that Tanya was bringing to camp for all of us was packed up in boxes, milk crates, garbage bags, clothes of all sizes, hygienes, water, baby wipes, Q-tips galore. It was really disheartening to see what Christy had done. There was a lady named Julie, who had wandered into the camp with nothing, no clothes, nothing. I did as much as I could, but my clothes were going to be too small. But Sherry, found a few things, but as I was going through separating all the clothes, there was a full garbage bag of pieces of clothes to fit Julie. Heather said she didn't know why Christy didn't bless Julie. Sherry, I do. She's a self-centered, self-righteous, manipulating bitch. Christy hit Heather so hard with her knee to the face that when Heather came to my spot, she got up from the chair and passed out on the ground. Chad ended up with the little camp area of Heather and Christy's, and Christy felt some kind of a way about it and had Brent go over there, and Chad started literally trying to take the tent apart hatefully. I know a lot more, but I'm out of paper and don't give a damn. Signed, Sherry Ann. Alright, continuing with more questions from Kyle's pamphlets, facts, and timeline. December, Kyle invites Christy to come out to Kyle's camp as a guest. December 28th, Christy sends Kyle an email warning Kyle that Christy loves Kyle. Sherry asks, why did she end up living at Kyle's camp? Where was she living beforehand? January 13th, Kyle orders a vibrator for Christy. Did she request the vibrator? Sherry asked. Okay. February. Christy arranges for Heather to move out to Kyle's camp without consulting Kyle beforehand after Christy spoke bad about Heather without Heather being present to defend herself. I got a few notes here. We have all seen and heard the physical and mental abuse Christy, unleashes on Heather. Why would anyone there, it would be different outcome. Okay. Also, written on the side here, wasn't Heather in rehab in Minnesota? Didn't Kyle rely that Christy was involved, actually in contact with therapists involving with Heather, injected herself in the legal spouse to Heather, his legal spouse to Heather? There's good questions though, but she was involved, and Christy's only response was, oh, we were just talking. Okay, April. Christy starts playing We Built the City on Rock and Roll loudly on Christy's speaker with the malicious intent to provoke Kyle to be violent, not knowing that Kyle has sworn an oath of nonviolence. Why did she have it out for Kyle in the first place? Kyle nonviolently confronts Christy about Christy's playing the speaker loudly in the malicious intent to instigate a fight, and Christy says, "Are you done?" And then Christy proceeds to assault Kyle with pepper spray. Christy sprays Kyle, and Kyle is 6 feet away the first time, and then Christy sprays Kyle again for the second time. Kyle is 10 feet away. Kyle goes to the police for filing assault charges on Christy. Sherry asks, why wasn't Christy arrested? Were there witnesses to her behavior and attempts to pepper spray you? Well, actually, Sherry, yes, I was there and I did witness it. It was premeditated. Christy then starts telling Beth and Chase and Seth and other people lies about Kyle being the bad guy without taking any responsibility for Christy's behavior. Jesus Christ said that people call that which is good bad and will call that which is bad good. So Christy is making Jesus' words come true when Christy says that Kyle is bad guy, when Kyle is a good guy for telling people the truth that people do not want to hear and people do not want to hear, when people have made a home for demons in people's temples. People who have demons in people's temples tell lies and treat other people unequally. Christy has not treated Kyle equally, even though Kyle has treated Christy equally by showing Christy Kyle's resources for survival, including the St. Vincent de Paul food pantry and thrift store. Sherry says, Christy knows how to provoke. She uses men up and spits them out. Manipulation at the finest. She uses up people and spits them to the curb when she is a victim, some form, somehow. When people ask Christy, what did Kyle specifically do wrong? Christy avoids the question and does Christy's best to blame Kyle and make Kyle out to be the bad guy without taking any responsibility for Christy's telling lies to Heather about where Christy got the vibrator that Kyle bought for Christy. And Christy does not take any responsibility for trying to take over Kyle's camp by inviting other people who are Kyle's adversaries into Kyle's camp. Sherry, hey, what's up? I don't understand how or why it being Kyle's camp that Kyle would have put a stop to that immediately. Was Kyle being made to be a chump? Kyle has been talking to the people who made the movie The Great Hack about making a movie about Kyle's life, which will include Christy in the movie, so that Christy may be seen the way that Christy is. Instead of the way that Christy tries to get people to see Christy, Christy refuses to take responsibility for Christy's behaviors. Better cover your ass. She sue you, filmmakers, and anyone involved, painting her on widescreen as anything short of being used by people, manipulated, and just a lonely woman wanting to be loved and appreciated. She is a cold-hearted and horny bitch. Will take shit and steal from you to make herself happy. And that is the end of that. Sorry, I made a couple videos there, but you get the gist. And yes, it's crazy. It's true. It's all true. No one really has any reason to make this stuff up. But Christy is the victim, and everything that goes wrong in her life is everybody else's fault. There's a pattern, and just pay attention.